High Velocity Wrestling is a professional wrestling promotion based in Western North Carolina. HVW's events provide a family atmosphere featuring old school pro wrestling with a modern day flair, giving a little something for everyone. Hey, what is up? Welcome to the HVW Podcast, the official podcast for High Velocity Wrestling. I'm your host, Tom Clark, and we're here to give you the latest news and rumors surrounding HVW, including updates on upcoming events and much more. Remember to follow us on all of our social media, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. The links are available in this episode's description. What's up, kids? Welcome back to the program. HVW Director of Social Media. It says so on the business card. I should have had one ready for show and tell. Dropped the ball on that one, didn't I? I'll have it ready next time, kids. You know what? I could fish it out. Anybody want to see it? No? Well, next time. How's everybody doing? Happy Tuesday. That's what day it is. Happy Tuesday to you. Hope all you guys and gals are doing freaking awesome out there. We're happy to be back. Excited to be back with you. We've got loads of stuff to talk about tonight. In case you haven't heard, we're coming back. It's kind of a thing. We're pretty amped about it. HVW Proving Ground, Saturday, June 5th. Glad you asked. You don't want to miss this, kids. It's going to be fun. It's going to be freaking awesome. It's going to be very metal. You got to be there. We're going to talk to you tonight about ticket information, restrictions, which restrictions is kind of a bad word. Don't let it be bad. Restrictions are good. Restrictions keep us safe. Don't you want to be safe? I sure know I do. We're also going to show you some promos. Brother, we got promos coming in the pipeline, baby. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be a fun show. If you're just listening to the audio portion of this, man, are you missing out? You should be watching this on video. Catch us on the Facebook. We stream simultaneously on the Facebook as well as Twitch. So if you're enjoying us on Twitch, what's up? Thanks for hanging out. Before we go any farther, let's bring on board the owner and promoter of High Velocity Wrestling, Mr. Gary Benfield. Gary, what's up, my friend? How are you doing this evening?
What's up, Tom? What's going on with you, my friend? How are you?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Hope everything's going well your way, yes?
Yes, sir. Everything's good. We're COVID-free, so we're good.
Hey, man, knock on wood somewhere. That's a good thing. It's still out there, folks. Continue to be safe. Continue to wear your mask. Quit complaining all the time. We're going to get through this. By hook or by crook, we'll get through this.
Yes, sir.
Gary, you and I were talking a little bit before we went live tonight, man. There's so much stuff going down in this company right now, man. So much stuff happening. We've got some promos this week. It's some pretty exciting stuff, man. It kind of feels like it did when we were on the road to Resurrected 2 years ago. Can you believe it's been?
Man.
Isn't that like crazy?
A long time, huh?
Insane, man. But yeah, this is going to be fun, dude. We're trying to look at the past too much. Always forward, always. The first ever edition of Proving Ground, Proving Ground 2021, set to take place Saturday, June 5th. Let's give, in case anyone's watching that doesn't know the bare bone details of the event, let's go ahead and get that information back out there. Let's talk about the date, the location, all that good stuff. Hit them with it.
All right, so it's June the 5th. The Family Life Center, Trinity of Fairview. High Velocity Wrestling's in full effect. Go check out the Facebook page. Go to Eventbrite for tickets. And, man, let's make your plans and let's get ready to do this thing. Tom, I'm excited, brother.
It's going to be awesome, man. As we said several weeks ago, and we've kind of been talking about this thing for the better part of a year, we've had some false starts here and there. There's been a couple of different events which had names and maybe one or two that didn't. And you know, we had the best of intentions here, folks. But we couldn't get back on our feet. I feel really good about this one. I think the timing's pretty good. I don't want to use the word perfect because there's no such thing as perfect timing, especially in the COVID era. So I think it's going to be as good as we can get. How about that?
Oh, yeah, it's going to be great, man. And I'm pretty sure before June the 5th, there'll be more restrictions lifted. And I'm pretty excited that we'll get to put some more seats on sale.
Yeah, that'll be fun. It does seem like that the state hopefully is moving in the right direction. Every time we get updates from on high, it's usually pretty good updates. Restrictions being opened up. And, there's a whole other wealth of information to go along with that, folks. If you've never Googled the current state, and if you're not in Carolinas, but you're just watching tonight, be in the know, man. Go to your city government's website and find out what they have to say. I mean, if you're not watching and keeping up to date on the news, and a lot of people like me don't watch the news ever. So, try to stay up to date, man. It's important. So
it's depressing to watch the news, Tom.
Yeah, it's hard. I'm not gonna lie. It's hard. I don't really care to watch, to be honest with you. I prefer to live in Tom world where I'm surrounded by pro wrestling and crazy tech and a bass guitar and comic books and movies and TV, and I'm happy. So
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I've created my own reality. I reject their reality and substitute my own. So let's say a few hellos that are out here. Mr. Bell has joined us this fine afternoon.
What's up, Larry Bell?
Let's see.
It's Ghazi making his debut June the 5th.
Yes, sir. That'll be fun.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We got a lot of stuff going to go down, man. For anybody watching the show right now, if you will, click that like and heart button. That would be truly awesome. We would very much appreciate it. All right, let's get down to it here, man. Let's get down to brass tacks and talk about what we came here to talk about this fine evening.
Yes, sir.
Let's get a banner. If I can find it. There it is. That's good stuff. Yes, as we said before, folks, HVW Proving Ground tickets are on sale right now at eventbrite.com. We've made it abundantly easy to find this thing. You don't have to worry about a gigantic URL full of numbers and digits and signs and hyphens, and it's 47 digits long and characters and all that. It's really easy, man. It is tinyurl.hvwpgtix. It's very simple. If you just want to throw that in your Google machine, bam, you'll get right to it. You can always go to eventbrite.com, go to the search box, and just search High Velocity Wrestling will pop up. And if none of that's easy enough for you, the links are all over Facebook. They're on Twitter. They're on Instagram.
Right.
So there you go. Can't miss it.
Go get your tickets while you can.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's talk about a match that I know is probably on your list of favorites that's going to happen on June 5th. We've got a newcomer to HVW. You're going to have to school me on Mook because I don't know a whole lot about this gentleman. So let's tell the people out there who we're looking at.
Well, I tell you, Mook, I've been fortunate enough to see him work a couple matches at School of Morton, and he also wrestles for Urban Combat Wrestling. Good friend Davion Bristol. And Mook's been coming over to the HVW Training Academy and helping me with some of the trainees that's coming up. As far like Ghazi and JD that's going to be making their debut on June the 5th. Mook's worked with those guys a lot. So I just thought I thought it'd be an honor to get him booked on our show and let the fans see what he can do. Brother, he's amazing in the ring. Amazing.
Well, I tell you what, he's letting his promo do his talking for him right now. He sent us this, and whatever reputation Jake Jacobs has, and Jake, by the way, folks, if you don't know the superior Jake Jacobs, he has a solid rep. He's known throughout the industry here in the Carolinas as being a stand-up guy, very technically proficient in the ring, got a bright future ahead of him. But Mook doesn't seem to be too impressed. And if you haven't seen this promo, it's I don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen it, but we've got it teed up here, Gary. So let's let the people out there take a look at this, and they can tell us what they think.
Yes, sir.
Here we go, folks.
Saturday, June 5th, Mook the BTSG makes his High Velocity Wrestling debut. And trust, it's an event you don't want to miss. So let me put the word out for my opponent, Jake Jacobs. You see, I'm in the business of making heads roll. And business is booming. So trust when I tell you, boy, you're not ready for what you got coming towards you. I watched the videos. Yeah, right. But superior you are not. So get ready, my guy. Because it ain't personal. It's just business.
It's just business, Tom.
Ooh, so first he disses Jake pretty hardcore.
He told him he was all right.
Yeah, man. First he disses him, then he says it's not personal, it's just business. I don't know really what to make of that. That's a different way to go, I guess.
Tom, I got to be honest. This is a new side of Mook that I've not seen. I've not seen this side of him, so I'm kind of shocked too.
Let me ask you a question. Back in your fighting days, if someone delivered a promo like this against you, what's the first thing out of your mouth? Be honest.
I'm definitely coming. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of shocked. If I was Jake, watched a match online,
right?
You know what I mean?
Right. That's good stuff. I mean,
I'm Jake Jacobs, or I'm the Viper. You don't know who I am?
That lights a fire. I mean, how much of this? I don't want to get too deep in the weeds here because I don't know on a personal level like you do. How much of this is real, and how much of this is him just messing with Jake a little bit? You think?
Well, like I said, I've never seen this side of Mook, so I've hit him up. Where's this coming from? And he's not even really responded to my text messages.
Yeah, I don't know. So, he's got his game face on. It's obvious he's ready. Jake has answered, ladies and gentlemen, and I would say it's lit a fire. And don't let Jake's demeanor fool you. He's a very laid back guy, but dude, there's something simmering in this promo. You can kind of tell it's just below the surface. But I would say he's simmering to a boil right about now. So
I think he was a little offended with the way Mook come at him.
Oh yeah. I mean, as he should be. So all right, kids, let's check out and see what this superior Jake Jacobs had to say in response to Mook.
What's up, Mook? So, you want to know exactly why they call me the superior? You want to go on your little video and say you've, quote unquote, watched some of my work and then say it's aight? Let me give you a quick backstory. A little over a year ago, I was in your shoes. I was going up to HVW High Velocity Wrestling and I was making my in-ring debut. Only difference, I let my actions in that ring speak for himself. But not you. You would have come in talking, and talking. You have the audacity to say everything you just said and then tell me it's not personal. That's just business. Well, Mook, it's going to seem like the pandemic just started all over again because there is no business. It is personal. On June 5th, you're going to find out exactly why they call me the superior. You're welcome.
Yeah.
I think Mook got his hands full.
Yeah, he may have just pressed a couple buttons. Maybe he didn't mean to press. I don't know. I don't want to speak for him.
He done called him Muck. I
know, right?
He said, "Hey."
Chad
Muck.
Jones in the chat says, "I hope Jake Jacobs beats the brakes off this fella." So
that's HVW original Randy Wayne.
There you go. Yeah, I don't. This is different. This is different. Props to Mook for putting himself out there. Gary, you know this. You can't be, if you're a pro wrestler, you have no business being shy. I mean, you have to, if you're talking about wins and losses, we know how this works. If you win, your pay is bigger. So, you obviously want to win your match. That's the whole point. Not winning gets you more money, also gets you noticed by the guys in charge. So when title matches come around, the more you win, you're going to be in a better position to get those title matches.
The opportunities come. That's right.
And Gary, not for nothing, you have sat here on this podcast before with me and kind of put over Jake and said Jake's the future of the company. How much of that do you think Mook has been listening to, and maybe that's what started all this?
I don't know. I mean, when I approached Mook about working for us, about wrestling for HVW, and told him who his opponent was going to be, he asked me about this young man, and I told him. And I guess he went and done some research, and maybe his opinion wasn't the same as mine. Because, he's been, like I said, he's been kind of distant from me ever since this promo came out.
Yeah, that's interesting stuff. I don't know him, and I don't want to speak for him. And maybe everything he said in that promo is 100% legit, and he really doesn't think that much of him. But Mook doesn't strike me as being a dumb guy. I'd say he's probably a pretty smart character. So if he has indeed done his research, maybe this is mind games. Maybe this is trying to throw Jake off his game.
It may very well be because, Tom, I'm telling you, Mook is a phenomenal in-ring talent. I mean, I've seen several matches, and I can't wait to see this match.
Awesome. Yeah, that's going to be interesting, kids. We're going to have to keep our eyes peeled for that one. They may not be done talking. You never know. We could get another one from either one of these guys in rebuttal. Who knows? We've got a few more here to show you. Unfortunately for us, a couple of the videos, the files are a bit too large. So we're going to share a screen or two. That way you guys know what's going down. The first one we're going to show you here is from a tag team known as the Foundation. And if you've not heard of the Foundation, Gary, I don't want to speak for anybody. Tell the kids about the Foundation.
Well, any true HVW fan knows the Foundation. Big Money Dylan Dollar, he's been around for a minute. And Travis Roberts, he started off in HVW as Bulldozer. Him and Tank Hurley was the Destruction Crew. So Dozer, which is now known as Travis Roberts, and Dylan Dollar have joined forces to become the Foundation. And Tom, they were the last recorded HVW tag team champions.
I mean, that's enough incentive right there to go out on June 5th and take those belts.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they talk about making a statement, man. They are they're ready to get those titles back. Dude, it puts a wrinkle in the tag team situation in HVW, to be honest. It really does, because from the moment that we relaunched last year with Resurrected, January 25th, we didn't have this wrinkle. The tag team division we felt pretty set and pretty solid.
Right.
But now the Foundation has been inserted here, and it does throw sort of a wrench into the machine. So what does this mean for the tag team division? Because we a lot of people kind of thought that we had clear-cut guys at the top, but now here comes these veterans who are the last known HVW tag team title holders. What does that do for the division now?
Well, it makes everybody else step their game up for sure. Because, the last recorded HVW tag champs is in this match. And, I'm sure they would love to be the new HVW tag champs as well. I mean, that's history making for HVW. So everybody step up, because I know Dylan and Travis are.
Yeah, crazy. They definitely want they want a shot at those titles. They're going to get it on June 5th. So we're going to see if they're ready for this. How much of this is bluster on their part? How much of this is some macho chest thumping? I mean, look, guys, when you get, professional wrestlers together in one place at one time, there's going to be some grandstanding. There's going to be some trash talking. There's going to be guys who want to prove that they're the best. And
absolutely,
this is not going to be any different with this. So,
hey, brother, we got brand new tag belts too. So, I'm sure the Foundation would like to be the first owners of the new tag belts.
That's a good point. Good point. And you've shown those belts before, man. They look nice.
Yes, sir. I can't wait for everybody to see them.
We don't want to speak in riddles here, guys. Basically, the teams we were talking about, 1776, who unfortunately is no longer in the picture. But the other tag team that we sort of thought was going to take the division, the reins of the division, is the New Age Villains, Nathan Cross and Ryan Riley. They're still very much a factor. They're still very much in the hunt for the tag team championships.
Right.
They're going to be involved in this match. I mean, should these two guys have anything to worry about with the foundation being added to the mix now? What do you think?
Well, in all honesty, the foundation should be the one watching their back, because NAV's got you-know-who in their corner. Remember, we can't forget that fool.
Right, very sure. Very true.
Yeah, and that puts all the three other teams on standby. You guys better be prepared, because Ivan, that Joker's, he's up to no good. He's up to no good.
Right. It's just one of those things where, and you know me, I don't want to take a whole lot of time talking about this character because it's always a long conversation. But it is, it is.
No,
and
I know.
I've tried to play nice so many times, and he makes it so hard because he consistently comes after me. And you personally always wants to make it personal. So it's kind of really messed up. I don't know why it has to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way, but he thinks it does. But I will give the devil his due. He has taken NAV under his wing. He handles their business affairs. He travels with them from state to state. I mean, he is their legit straight up manager. I mean, there's something to be said for this guy doing right by his tag team. I wish he would worry far less about, talking about how great he is. And I'd love to hear more about his tag team, but that doesn't happen too often because that's kind of how he rolls. I don't know. This is maybe a conversation another time, Gary, but what do you think about it's working now? It's working now, but long-term, does it work with him, with Cross and Riley, or at some point do those two guys say, okay, I've had enough? I mean, what do you think the end game is here with these three?
That's what I was about to say. It's just, eventually either, Cross and Riley's going to realize that, hey, this guy's no good for us, or, they're going to ride it till the very end. And, there's no telling where they might end up. I Am Righteous has done something. He's built this little stable. He's got another fella in his stable that's on our roster on June 5th as well.
That young man is Elijah Proctor, who is all kinds of dark and mysterious. This cat's he's coming at you from another perspective. It's hard to explain what he is or what he's doing, but wow. It's different. He's got a different sort of presentation.
Well, I Am Righteous has affiliated itself with the right people, Tom.
You're right. Whether or not they've affiliated themselves with the right person remains to be seen.
Exactly.
We're going to talk about another tag team. And in case anyone's trying to do math out there, this is 3 of the 4 tag teams that will be in the Four Corners tag team match to crown the new HW tag team champions on June 5th at Proving Ground. This is the White Claw Outlaws. I know nothing about these guys. And let's school the people. Tell the good people out there, who are these guys? What kind of a team are we looking at here?
Hey, Tom, I don't know much about these guys either, brother. It was just, I happened to stumble across these guys at the School of Morton again, and thought, hey, these guys would be great in HVW. So I started reaching out to them and got in contact, and hey, we're going to debut a new tag team on June the 5th. It's the White Claw Outlaws. They crazy, Tom. They out there, brother. That's for sure.
Well, the promo sort of makes that clear. Ladies and gentlemen, Mook has arrived here in the chat.
What's up, Mook?
Gary, you said you had been trying to reach out to Mook because he sent the promo on Jake and then sort of blew you off and didn't want to have anything to do with you after that. I mean, now's your chance to talk to the man. Let's try to find out what's going on with Mook here. What do you think?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like I said, everything was really good. We got him booked, let him know who his opponent was, and then, he sends me this promo that's kind of out of character, and he just hadn't really been himself since then. So, Mook, what's up, brother?
Yeah. I'll say this, and Mook, I don't know you on a personal level, but well, let's put this up. Jake's response was cute.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know Mook on a personal level, but it seems like he was taking Jake lightly, as we said before. But I don't know that that's the case, or is it head games? I don't, and I'm not going to speak for him. I'm not his mouthpiece here, so we'll let him speak for himself. But let's see. He says, "I'm tired of the disrespect, and you of all people letting people disrespect." I think he might be talking to you, Gary. So there you go.
Oh, all right.
It's getting thick in here. It's okay. Yeah. We're big boys. We can handle this. So
that's right.
Yeah, it's all good. We can be civil. Let's all be civil. Let's all play purdy, as my great grandmother used to say. Let's all be purdy. So let's go ahead and share this video. So this, my friends, is Chad Bartlett and AC Reddick, otherwise known as the White Claw Outlaws, coming to Proving Ground on June 5th.
White Claw! White Claw! White Claw! White Claw! Keep the gears real slow and your waistline's off!
AC, it seems that the people of North Carolina aren't half as dumb as the people in East Tennessee. Not only did they come up with enough money at HVW to book the White Claw Outlaws, but they put us in a title match the first time we hit the card. Smart. Maybe they can read. Maybe they can look at two of the baddest men in professional wrestling and taste the greatness, and that means money, baby. HVW decided to put us in a match with a group called the Foundation.
Ham and Eggers.
You know what I saw them doing? They went to this wrestling school, took a kid and threw him in a trash can to try and intimidate us. Won't you step up to my block and do that? Why do you got to use symbolism? I'm a man who likes to just go ahead and grip in the grain and get done. But you want to show up at a school, throw somebody in a trash can, show up at my door.
2020. It was a bad year for Redneck Romeo AC Reddick. The Boats and Bros tour got canceled. I had a Boats and Bros cruise set up. God, that got canceled. That made me so mad.
Bill Gates, man.
But I'll tell you what. HVW, you got something else coming. The WCO, the label, has sent us to put you guys in check. They got a Cam Johnson, Jay Omari. I never heard of them boys.
It's Cam Newton and Calamari.
Sounds like a tasty dish.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have that on the buffet on the Boats and Bros tour.
You never know.
Ron Riley, Norman Cross, the New Age Bill. I don't even know what the heck that means. But I know who your manager is. IP Freely. I've seen your name on every bathroom stall in the United States of America. I've never seen you, but I know who you are.
We know who you are. And I've seen those guys, the ones who look like they cry, thinking about their Minecraft girlfriends, listening to My Chemical Romance. Yeah, the New Age villains. I've seen them around. They've been stomping around every mud hole that'll pay them $5. That's pretty cool.
Don't want them to look like Joey Ryan a little bit?
That's dirty. But anyway, HVW, we're coming to you June 5th. And you don't want to miss the greatest thing going, because if you do, you're blowing by not showing. You got to be there. It's the W, it's the C, it's the O. We control everything. That's right. And we're coming to get those tag titles, baby. It's a lot.
And whoever the brain trust was that put us against 6 men, I got a message for you, baby. It don't matter if it's 2-on-2,
Testify.
7-on-2,
Add it up.
6-on-1.
Good
At
job.
the end of the night, every single one of you is going to need 911. We'll see you there.
The Outlaws, Tom.
I like it.
I love it, brother. I'm ready for these guys.
I like it.
Yes,
That's good
sir.
stuff, man.
I'm ready for these guys. That's for sure.
That's
AC
AC
Reddick. I love that guy.
There's something about that guy I can't really put into words, but he just the camera loves him. Camera loves him, kids.
They have a hard time remembering people's names, though, don't they?
Yeah. And see, like we said about Mook earlier, is that real? Is that we're playing mind games? Are we trying to mess with people? I don't know.
Cameron Jackson had something to say.
Yes, sir. Cam is showing up, folks. Cam with his partner K. Omari is the fourth team in this Four Corners tag team match. He said he and Kay will be having a video response for this tag team match. It shall be fun. Stay tuned. They're looking forward to it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Good, exciting young tag team. That'll be fun. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes the judge.
What's up, Judge?
Yes, sir. He said these kids can talk a big talk. Judge has been down the road a few times. He knows what that's like.
That's right. That's right.
I love we see young, hungry tag teams, man. Young, hungry talents who are coming after each other. Dude, I'm all about it, man. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, I'm excited for this tag team match. I want to see some tag team champions crowned. That's gonna be good stuff, man.
Yes, sir.
Let's segue a little bit. And sadly, folks, spoiler alert, we have no ladies promos for you. They're on the way, is what I'm told. So we'll see. Can't wait. Hopefully by this time next week, we'll have a little something to show you.
Yes,
we're gonna move on from the tag team titles now to the HVW Championship. We've got our first of the promos, and wouldn't you know it, it's the Greek Wolverine. The man's not shy, kids. He's very opinionated. And Gary, this video looks like he has stayed in tremendous shape over the calendar year, which has not been easy for a lot of people because of the pandemic. But man, Chris has stayed hungry and stayed prepped and stayed ripped.
Man, I mean, I've kept in touch with Chris over the last year, and probably 8 out of 10 times I've talked to him, he's been in the gym.
There you go.
So, I mean, the dude, I mean, he's in tremendous shape.
And it shows. Folks, here is your opportunity now if you've not caught it. Here is the promo from the Greek Wolverine Crucifix about the 10-man over-the-top rope battle royale to determine the brand new HVW champion, which will take place at Proving Ground on June 5th. Check this out.
June 5th, HVW returns. Proving Ground, which is a funny name if you consider that I'm the only guy in HVW that has nothing left to prove. The guys aren't on my level. It's fine, though, if you want to put 9 guys in a ring with me. I understand your concern, because when you put singles matches in front of me, we see what happens. They lose. It doesn't matter what match I am on the card that night. I'm the main event. Last time HVW had its doors open, I was at the last match, but I was the main event. No one remembers the last match. Only thing people remembers is Crucifix hitting a powerbomb off the top rope and walking out successful. I'm the only veteran left in HVW. The last guy who claimed to be a veteran got in my face, and now he's in South Carolina playing Russian roulette by himself. June 5th. Call me the Greek Wolverine. Call me what you want. You will be calling me HVW champion. HVW fans, it's been too long. Get ready to get your fix.
Man, look, 9 guys better watch out because Fix is on it, brother.
A couple different things to point out about that video. And it's not for me to answer because I have no business answering. So I'm not in the match, and I have no desire to be. He kind of dissed the main event of First Strike last year, and it's not my fight to take on. It's not my hill to die on, so I won't do it. But he may have just ruffled the feathers of some pretty big individual at some point. I'm just guessing. I don't know. I don't want to call it. I don't want to call anything, but yeah, stay tuned, I guess.
Yeah, I get it. I have not heard from that person, so we'll see.
I reached out to said individual, and I you know how the picture drops and you can see that they've read it. He's not responded, so I don't know what that means. I don't know if we should all be scared or what, but I don't know. And if you don't know what we're talking about, all I can tell you, folks, is stay tuned. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
Stay tuned.
HVW championship is a big deal, as we all know. I mean, the men's, historically speaking, the men's singles top championship is the primary belt in any division, in any company, big or small. And the same, it's true with us too, folks. We want the champion. We want our primary champion to be crowned. We want that man to go out there and represent our company. We're going to have 9 other individuals besides Chris Fix vying for that title on June 5th. He's automatically in the Battle Royale for a lot of different reasons. One, he is a veteran. One, he's a former HVW champion. And I would say, Gary, in my opinion, he's earned the right to be automatically in the Battle Royal.
Absolutely. I mean, at Resurrected and First Strike last year, I mean, Chris was on top of his game. I mean, whether I agree with his actions or not, it's a different story, but he was on top of his game. And, you know, when we started talking about the 10 men that we wanted to put in the ring, I mean, for me, he was the first guy that I thought of.
Yeah, for sure. And as we've said many times here before, folks, we're not exactly his best friend, but it is what it is. And, you know, he is professional up to a point, and he's been nothing but professional to me. So I can't get too very upset.
That's right.
We'll see what happens. Again, folks, 10 man over top Battle Royal. You don't want to miss this, crowning a brand new HVW champion. Saturday, June 5th. And ladies and gentlemen, the Greek Wolverine has arrived. I drink fear for breakfast. Line up all 9 men. I will take them all out. Fix above fear. So there you go. Fix above fear.
Hey, he believes in himself, and you got to in this business because nobody else does.
He should be. He should believe in himself. He is a proven commodity. His win-loss record over the years in HVW is stellar, and he's got a lot to be proud of, and he's achieved a lot in this business and in this company. And dude, if I were him, I'd be on cloud 9. I would be. But honestly, he never strikes me as a guy who wants to rest on his laurels and sit back on his accomplishments. He wants to move forward, and I highly respect that. So he's going to be hungry going into proven ground. And I don't know what's going to go down. That's the beauty of pro wrestling, kids. You never know what can happen, but it's going to be interesting. The ride itself will be fun, I'm sure.
Yes, it will.
Let's see. Before we start winding down here, we've talked a little bit about the matches. And we're going to get back to it. Judge says, best of luck, guys. Fix, show those 9 other guys why you are the best. So, Chris, you've got a vote of confidence from the judge. And if you're not familiar with the judge, trust me when I tell you that's a good vote of confidence. So
absolutely.
Yeah. If you're not familiar with the card yet, we want to play the match card video for you right now before we wind things down tonight. That way you can get a good look at all 5 matches. There are 6 booked. The first one is what we consider to be a dark match. They're not on the poster, not on the card, because these are trainees, and they're going to earn their way onto the poster and earn their way onto the card, as it should be. And they know that, just like every other talent on the poster has had to earn his or her way up. These individuals will also. So everybody, let's check out this vid. You'll get to see the entire match card, and then we'll be right back. So check this out. you go.
Hell of a
There's the
card.
match. That's a solid card. That's rock solid. That's as solid as anything that we've ever done, for sure.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Sugar Shane's in the chat says, Tom, who are the other 9 men? And is TJ Boss one of them? TJ is automatically in. He is another HVW veteran who's automatically in because of his status, because of what he's done before in the past for the company. The same is true of another HVW guy that's coming back for us. Let's tell the people about that. He's on the match card also.
Yeah,
Joshua
that'd be
Cutshaw.
Joshua Cutshaw making his HVW return. So,
Yes.
you know, I thought, what better place, man? You know, Cutshaw's been a big part of HVW in the past. Let's put him in there, give him a chance.
Absolutely. The fourth man that's a shoe-in for this is TGA, the Great Alexander Moss. He's automatically in the match as well because he won the first match at Resurrected January 25th, 2020. That's saying something.
Right.
Chris Fix did defeat him at First Strike. However, TGA's got a tremendous upside. He's got a bright future ahead of him. So there you go.
Absolutely.
Mook is pointing out the only one that didn't make it to the poster. I mean, Mook, dude, I'm telling you, Mook's hungry. He's ready for this, man. He's ready to get himself out there, and he's ready to prove himself on June 5, man. That's going to be he and Jake might steal the show. I'll be honest with you.
Hey, brother, I challenge every match to steal the show.
I'm with that. Absolutely.
You know, when I was still lacing the boots up, Tom, when I went through the curtain, that was my state of mind every match. Every time I went through the curtain was to steal the show every match I had.
Absolutely. And Shane, to go back to your question, the rest of the guys we're talking about, there's 6 more besides the 4 we just talked to you about. Basically, for the matches on the card at Proving Ground, you win and you're in. That includes the tag team title match. So whoever becomes the new HW Tag Team Champions, both those individuals will be entered into the Battle Royal at the end of the card, or semi-main event, actually. And so that's you've got 3 matches counting the tag team match. So that's a total of 5 individuals, and that's 9. And then we'll have 1 spot left, and that should be interesting. And we won't give that away just yet. We'll let that ride as it is. Let's real quick, Gary, before we get out of here, let's talk, because we can't talk enough about this. The main event. Tell the people about the main event and what piece of hardware the main event's going to be for.
Well, it's gonna be the ladies still in the show. You know, the ladies headlining. It's gonna be Hayden Ramsey, Caitlin Marie, and everybody's favorite mom, Sadie Lee Moss, going head to head for the first ever HVW Women's Championship. I'm excited, Tom. I'm stoked about this, man.
I am too. And I know they're ready for it. Obviously, they're ready for it. They were born for this. This is what they want to do in this business. And we're thrilled to have them in the main event. They're taking their rightful place. And look, folks, this is not the old boys club of HVW or any other pro wrestling company handing something to the ladies. This is someone putting someone in the main event because they earned it.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm sorry, but you and I have said this multiple times in the past. What Hayden and Sadie did at Resurrected was on par with TJ and James Drake. That's how I feel.
Oh, I completely agree. I completely agree. That could have been the main event that night.
Yeah, and honestly, I think they made their case for it, if I'm being real. I think they made their case, well, maybe we should have been the main event. Because at the end of the night, I'm like, man, dude, I don't know. Maybe that should have been the main event.
Well, brother, I mean, Tom, when the pandemic hit us and we got shut down, I mean, I've been telling you from day one, when we come back, the ladies are main eventing because they earned that spot. They earned that spot.
Absolutely. Yeah, I can't wait for that, man. That's going to be huge. It's a great moment for HVW. It's a great moment for women's wrestling in this company, for women's wrestling in the Carolinas. They've made progress in other companies. Some companies still have not taken the leap. Shame on them. We didn't want to be the last to the table. So, we wanted to get in because it's not because it's trendy, not because it's the thing to do, but because it's the right thing to do. I don't care, male or female. If you prove yourself in the ring, you prove yourself to be competent and you're hungry and you want to go after that. I've said the word hungry a bunch tonight, but I think it's appropriate, man. It means that you're You're striving to be the best. You want to get better. You want the prize. You want the ring, right?
Hey, baby, the name of the show says it all, Tom. Proving ground.
Absolutely.
You know, if you want it, prove it. Come get it. Absolutely.
I couldn't agree more. Kids, let's talk about ticket information one more time before we get out of here tonight. Eventbrite.com is where you go. Okay. We've got links on Facebook, on Twitter, and Instagram. Okay. They're ready for anytime you're ready. They're ready for you. tinyurl.com/HVWPGTIX. That's HVW Proving Ground tickets. It's easy. It's simple. We couldn't have made it any easier. The links are everywhere. Go get your tickets. Gary, let's remind the good people out there how these tickets are being sold, distancing and all that good stuff.
Yeah, so we're selling tables. We have 15 tables with 5 chairs at a table. So, you know, get 4 buddies together and say, hey, give me $20 and get online and order the table. It's $100 for a table for 5. You'll get a large pizza and a large 2-liter drink, some cups, some ice. We can't sell concessions, so that's how we're making up for the concessions. And then we will also have 25 individual chairs that will be spaced out 6 feet apart from each other, and those are $20 a pop. Get them while you can. There's not many left, and you will have to wear a mask from the time you walk in the building to the time you leave the building. You will wear the mask.
Yeah, that's a big thing, kids. As we've said before, and if anyone wants to make this political, go with God. It's going to fall on deaf ears because it can't affect us and we can't help it. This is insurance purposes. This is what the church has laid out for us, and we'd like to keep our venue, folks. In order to do that, we have to play nice and we have to be respectful of the property, respectful of the owners, and respectful of the insurance also, which is covering this event. So no, there is no choice. You will wear a mask. We're all going to have them on, I promise you. And I've never called commentary wearing a mask before, but I'm gonna give it a shot, and hopefully I don't sound too awful muffled the whole time I'm talking. So we'll do what we can, folks.
Yes. So, you know, spread the word, people. Let's get as many. We can only sell 100 tickets. That's all. We can have 100 people. That's it. So hopefully between now and then that'll change and we can put some more seats out for sale. But until then, we can only sell 100. So you better get them while you can.
And as a reminder also, folks, the plan is always to go live on Tuesday nights. Real life is going to interfere sometimes for either Gary or myself, and sometimes both. And when those moments come, we'll try to let you know in advance. But most of the time, 8 o'clock Tuesday nights is your place to be right here for the HW official High Velocity Wrestling Podcast. Gary, thanks as always, man. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir, brother. It's good. It was good to spend some time with you and the HVW fans and some of the guys, and can't wait to do it again.
And I'll tell you this, for anybody that's watching live or after the fact, if this is your first trip to this company, whether you're in the crowd or behind the curtain, I promise you you're going to have fun. Ask any talent that's ever worked for HVW upon the relaunch, and they will all tell you that they had fun. Ask any fan that was in the crowd, they'll tell you they had fun. I had fun. I'm hard to please, baby. Gary will tell you that. I'm hard to please. It's the truth. I scrutinize every little thing. Gary's more of a perfectionist than I am, but I'm up there. But I had a blast the first 2 shows. I promise you guys, you're going to have fun. We provide a professional atmosphere for the fans and for the talent. And, you know, if I can just peel back the curtain for a second, we pride ourselves on that. You know what I mean? And there's no hidden agenda. There's no ulterior motives. We just want to put on a good wrestling show. It's very black and white. It's very easy to understand, Gary. I'm a fan. You're a fan. We just want to do the right thing for the business and for this company.
Absolutely. And brother, it's, you know, I have a passion for this, and it's been a long time since I've seen my vision come to life, and I'm ready to see that come to life, Tom.
Absolutely. Well, folks, that's it for us. Enjoy the rest of your night. Remember to get tickets as soon as you can. Let us know. Hit us up in the HVW Instant Messenger. Let us know when you got your tickets, man, and we'll advertise it. We'll put it on the Facebook page for you, and do a screenshot of your avatar and all that good stuff, and encourage people to follow. If you'd like some more followers, like some more friends, we'd like to do that for you. If you'd like to remain anonymous, we can do that too. But yeah, let us know, and we'll count your name amongst the people that we'll get to hang out with on June 5th. That's it for us, kids. Everybody have a good week. Everybody have a good weekend. We'll see you next Tuesday. Please stay tuned. Promos are on the way. Thanks, kids. We'll see you next time. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. The official High Velocity Wrestling podcast. Stay tuned.